Hello everybody and welcome back to episode 2 of our Let's Play Valheim series. We're here, it is day 2, episode 2, and we're going to continue our work, journey, however we want to frame this. But at the end of the day, what are we after? We're after Eikthyr. We are so after Eikthyr. So last episode, and I'll show you what we've done here, we've got a little bit of a... I would call it a base, right? It's a little quaint, more, just a little cute little place, you know, little hidey hole behind walls that we're gonna head to. I'll show you that. But we're really out here looking for boars, so this is great that I managed to find some boars. Why do we need boars? Why are we after boars? Because we need 8 leather scraps. We're up to 7, yay! 8 leather scraps for us to craft our crude bow. And then I think I need a couple of more mushrooms. Always good to pick these mushrooms up. I think I need a couple of more, maybe one more leather scrap to upgrade the bow to tier 2. And I'd like to have a tier 2 bow when we go fight Eikthyr. We're gonna go fight Eikthyr with fire arrows and a tier 2 crude bow. So here's our little home away from home. It's really nothing to write home about at all. Right now we just have a workbench, we've got a bed, outside we've got ourselves a little bit of a fire, and then we've got ourselves currently an empty chest. We're going to go ahead and just put some of our things in here that we don't need to be running around with and carrying around, because, well, it's weight that we don't need to carry. Yeah, and so we're working to get the crude bow crafted. We need one more leather scrap, so we're going to work on getting that leather scrap. My hope is that, hey, maybe we can get my hope is maybe we can get Eikthyr dead in this episode. Maybe wouldn't that be great? By the end of episode 2 we've got the first boss down. Some of you may be wondering, why rush? Well, it's less of a rush and more of a focused intent. The goal being that we want to be able to get to, or I want to be able to get to the ore as fast as I possibly can, so that I can get into Bronze Age, if you will. Now, I built this temporary shelter almost right on top of the Eikthyr altar right here. So, but we've got to go find ourselves a boar or 2. 2 boars would be really cool. You know what I need to find too is flint, because we're going to make a chopping block, I think is what it's called. Let's see if we've even unlocked it. I think I need to pick up actually pick up flint to unlock the chopping block. But basically what it's going to allow me to do is it's going to let me get the workbench up to tier 2, which should then allow me to upgrade the bow to tier 2. But I got to go get some flint for the chopping block. I can't remember what else it takes. Once we unlock it, we'll be able to find that out. So raspberries are good to pick up. Raspberries are very good to pick up. I can't urge you enough to pick up raspberries, mushrooms, blueberries. Basically, if you see something that you can loot, pick it up. That's my pro advice. Oh, here's a structure. We could have built using this, to be honest with you. There is a chest in here, so there's... Oh, okay. 11 arrows. Whoops. What did we get? We got flint head arrows. Another torch, that's good. And amber. So we're going to end up selling this amber to the trader whenever we find him. So, exploring and checking out those structures, highly beneficial. I would definitely say do this thing. Totally do this thing. Okay, we picked up flint. So we can make a flint axe now, flint spear. We can make our chopping block. Outstanding. So let's see what the chopping block requires. Just since we're out and about. Okay, we need a few more flint. While we also, don't forget, we're also looking for some more boar. And honestly, you know, I'd like to make a flint axe. I don't really make a lot of flint stuff. I usually skip the flint stage. But when it comes to the axe, this is kind of a tree cutting simulator. So it is definitely, if you ever wanted to know what it would be like to be a lumberjack in the days of the Vikings, just play Valheim. It kind of fits. So I definitely want the upgraded axe, because I enjoy also leveling my axe skill, because it feels more Viking. So like fighting with an axe feels a lot more Viking than fighting with a club. But there are certain things in the game that we will kill with the club. Skeletons, especially skeletons. So okay, I think we've got enough flint here. We've only got 9 flint. Okay, we don't have enough flint because I need to make the chopping block, but I also want to make the flint axe. So we're gonna run along the water here. Look for flint. We're gonna pick up the flint as we see it. We're also gonna be looking for boars. Mushrooms again. Picking up mushrooms. Picking up mushrooms. It seems to be that's picking things up off the ground are seem to be pretty consistent advice, regardless of whose content you prefer. It's like a core rule of playing Valheim. Pick stuff up off the ground. Do it. All right, let's eat another raspberry and another mushroom. Typically, so because different foods do different things, right? You have stamina-heavy foods, right? Kind of talked about that a little bit the last episode 1. Your stamina-heavy foods, your health-heavy foods, and your balanced foods. It really does allow you to kind of consider what kind of food strategy, and I know it sounds silly maybe to think of it as a food strategy, but truly it is, right? Like, what kind of food strategy are you going to take when you go into certain fights? Because we're going to be using the bow on the first 2 bosses. Health will be good. Stamina is going to be better. If I do it right, I won't get hit much. Now, if you know me, well, I don't oftentimes get away with doing it right. But, hey, every dog, right? Every dog. So we're going to try. See what happens. These little things are interesting. Sometimes these can hold treasures. Goodies. Amber, maybe. Bone fragments. There's a bird, but we don't have our bow. We are, once we get the bow, we're going to have to start shooting birds to get feathers. This is a very thick meadow. Just pointing that out there. It's a deer. Let's see if we can sneak up on this deer. You can kill deer without shooting them, but you got to get right up on them. Right up on them. You can see my sneak skill is increasing. My sneak skill is increasing not just because I'm walking crouched, but because I'm walking crouched with something near enough by that it's actually doing something. Okay? Yeah, he had a deer buddy. And so it's the deer buddy we're after because the deer buddy doesn't know I'm here yet. I have to be careful and see. So if I try to go now, that deer's going to know I'm here. I'm going to try to come back out this way. I'm a little concerned that flanking him like this. We're going to try. We're going to try. Okay. So we're going to try to get right up behind him. I'm going to equip my weapon as late as possible, and we're going to swing. Ooh, hey, we did it. Yay. Outstanding. All right. I just wanted to do that. Okay, so you can see here, we got a couple more recipes, and we got some deer meat. So there's that. We got a little bit of a reward from it, right? A little bit of a reward. All right, so we're looking for one more leather scrap, which means really one more boar. One more boar, I should be able to make the bow. Hopefully at the same time I'm going to be able to craft the cutting block, which will then allow me to get my bow up to rank 2 once I have the mats for it. So that's our goal. All right. We want an upgraded crude bow. Okay, an upgraded crude bow. And we want fire arrows. And then we go fight Eikthyr. Why had this little guy follow me? Alright, that's 9 leather scraps. Let's do it. Let's go back to base. It's kind of tough to call it a base, to be completely honest with you. It feels really weird calling it a base, actually. I'm not sure how comfortable I am calling it a base, but you know. I got 2 pieces of meat I can cook. Let's cook that real quick. Oh, I got some deer meat too. We'll cook these. Now, if you leave food on, so there's a period of time, it's like 20 seconds or so, the food is going to cook, okay? But then, if you leave it on for like, I think another 10 or 15 seconds, maybe it's another 20 seconds, it will turn to coal. So you lose the food, but you gain coal, which, you know, could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, I guess, depending on whether or not you're after the coal or whatever. So it's a very early way of getting coal, but you really don't need coal that early. Or this early, I guess. Okay, crude bow. Let's see what it's going to take to upgrade it. We can't upgrade it right now. You can see right here in the upper right corner where it says workbench, we've got a star with a 1 in it. That means it's only a rank, it's a station level 1, okay? To upgrade the crude bow, we need 4 more leather scraps. That's fine. We'll be able to collect that while we're out hunting deer for deer trophies. So I feel I'm okay with that. Okay, so we have our bow here. I'm going to go ahead and put my bow in the 5 slot. I usually like to put it in the 5 slot. Okay, so we need to get 3 more leather scraps. Now, what else do we need? Oh, we can make the cutting block already. Now, the really cool thing is the cutting block. So the different, we'll call them items. I'm actually going to just punch this thing to destruction. I don't think we didn't get raspberries from it. If we got raspberries from it, I would probably accept its existence, but we didn't, so I won't. Anyway, so I'm going to drop this cutting block, and this cutting block, as long as you put this cutting block close enough to the workshop or the workbench, it's now going to upgrade it. So you can see here, I just got new station level 2 upgrade and everything else like that. So now if we go look at our workbench, okay, bada boom, bada bing, our workbench is now level 2. Okay, is now level 2. So now, once I get the materials for my crude bow, I will be able to come back and upgrade it to level 2. Now, the fire arrows, if I recall, are I think fire arrows, if I recall right, take a workbench level 3. So this tanning rack is the next thing we're going to make. All right, the tanning rack's the next thing we're going to make. Let me make sure that fire arrows aren't on there. Did I already unlock them? Just make sure. Yeah, no. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now we're going to head out. How's my encumbrance doing? Fine. It's fine. Okay, so now we're going to start hunting deer, birds, and boar. Okay, deer, birds, and boar. And we've got to go grab flint for our tanning rack. All right? So deer, birds, and boar. And then we're going to be picking up some flint. But I'm going to be trying to do as much killing as I can with the bow to level the bow. All right, I want to get some levels on it. Help me with damn. Oh, I just heard a deer. Did it see or hear me is the real question. I'm going to go ahead and eat this. Some more boar meat. Where was he? Somewhere around here. There he is. Okay, let's see if we can get a hind flank shot off on him. Did we get him? We must have. Yep. Boom! Alright, outstanding. Now, if our base was closer to, like, the Black Forest, like, especially skeletons, I'm not gonna lie, one of the easiest ways of getting deer materials, deer hide and such, is being fortunate enough to find skeletons near deer, because the skeletons will kill the deer. And, well, the deer don't run away from the skeletons like they run away from us. I don't know what it is, but they're not afraid of the skeletons, but they are deathly afraid of us. For good measure, of course. Is that a chest? No, that's a stone block. Okay. So we're out here. We're looking for boar. We need a lot of boars, to be honest with you. We need like 15 leather scraps. But I'm gonna try to do all the killing with the boars with the bow, so that I'm getting XP and increasing my level, my bow level, while I'm doing all this. So really trying to kill multiple birds, one stone. Even though I haven't seen any birds since I've had my bow. There's another deer. I don't normally even take armor with me against Eikthyr. It's usually not much of a thing, because I usually don't fight Eikthyr melee. You can fight Eikthyr melee. If you do that, highly suggest a shield. Probably as upgraded as you can get it. Okay, a shield is upgraded as you can get it. And then a spear might not be bad. You could use a club. Basically, whatever you're going to fight Eikthyr with, especially if you're going melee, definitely armor. I would probably want some armor with me. Definitely want some armor. I'm just trying to increase my stealth a little bit. I don't really need to do this because these things are across the water. They have no idea I'm here. Far shot. This crude bow has a ridiculous amount of drop. Be prepared for the amount of drop. By the way, what you just saw happen was when you move in stealth, you lose stamina. And so I ended up losing stamina as I was drawing my bow back, and so it canceled the draw. That's basically what you saw. All right, deer trophy. So we need 2 deer trophy to summon Eikthyr. Okay, we need 2 deer trophy to summon the first boss. So that's fortuitous that we got a deer trophy. We need 15 flint for that tanning rack. Haven't seen any birds. You cannot carry a torch and your bow, which makes sense, right? Because you need 2 hands to use the bow. So you cannot carry torch and bow at the same time. Which is why I switched here, so that the darkness does not overtake you. We didn't make our flint axe, did we? I'm going to pick up some more flint as I find it, as we look for more boars and deer and birds. Raspberries are good too. And this is getting us a little bit of exploration. I really enjoy exploring. That's a rock, not a deer. Okay then. I enjoy exploring in the game. It's one of my favorites. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you enjoy the exploring, if it does something for you, or if you like or is the exploring a turnoff as far as watching. I can tell you this: when you have to sail, that can be boring to watch. When somebody's just sailing around the waters, the ocean blue, right? So I won't be. I'll definitely be editing out any sailing we do. Anything of distance that matters. Darn it, that was a bird. But let me know if when we get into explore mode, oh my gosh, 'cause right now we're in. Oh wow, there's a lot of boars here. This is great. Wow, 5. 5 boars. This is a good haul. Plus, this one was a 1-star, which is going to give me 2 meat. Oh, I wonder if this is another boar plaque. Let's see. Holy cow! This spot was absolutely money for us. Let's see if this says the same thing about boars. Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's mark this as boars. There's still one more left over here. Now, boars do not like fire, so he won't aggro on me as long as I have this on. The next will. The next could care less about fire. Oh, maybe they'll run away from fire too. Oh yeah, he's running away from fire too. Look at that. There's the boar. Let me get rid of the torch here real quick. Okay. Alrighty. Well, that was my torch broke. No problem. That's why I kept the spare. In my early days of playing the game, I actually would not keep spare torches, and you know, as you play different games, not even just the game, right, but any game at all, and you learn the intricacies of the game and such, you begin to realize things you should be carrying around with you, right? So, things that you should have on you when you play Valheim: a torch. A torch. It has so many purposes. You can attack with it, right? Like, I could be attacking with the torch if I wanted to. It'll deal a little bit of damage, but it will catch critters on fire. So, okay, all right. Oh, bees. Bees, this is great. This is wonderful. This is great. Okay, so one of the things in the game are beehives. And beehives are wonderful things because when you destroy a beehive, okay, you can get two things from it. You can get honey, and most times you can get a queen bee, okay? And you use the queen bee to then craft your own beehives at your base so that you can then get your own honey. So this is wonderful. But not only is it wonderful because we are sitting here looking at beehives, but these specific types of structures that are here are also wonderful. I'm actually going to try to craft a fire here. Do I have the mats for a fire? I need stone. I'm going to find stone. And here's why it's wonderful. Because you can get coarse wood. Coarse wood this early in the game. All right, this early in the game, you can get coarse wood by simply destroying this. All right, so what do you have to do to do that? Well, we're going to make ourselves a workbench. And then I'm going to show you another nice little cheat. I mean, I call it a cheat, but a hack. It's not a hack. It's a life hack, right? We'll call it a life hack. It's not like we're not hacking the game here. I guess I shouldn't use that terminology because I don't want people to freak out here. So I'm going to put this workbench here, right? And guess what I'm going to do? Here's what I'm going to do. Watch this. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to destroy this pillar. And I have now picked up core wood. Okay, core wood. Now, the really cool part about this is there's a really neat trick. Okay, not trick. It's neat, but it's dangerous. Okay, so let me just say this. It's neat, but dangerous. But there's something you can do with a troll. If you can lead trolls to birch trees. So these white trees here are birch trees, okay? And you can't knock these birch trees down until you have bronze axe. But if you can find a troll, and you can run a troll around this and force the troll to melee the birch tree and not die, eventually he can knock the birch tree down, bust the birch tree into a bunch of pieces, and you can get fine wood. Okay, fine wood. Well, with fine wood and coarse wood, you can make a fine wood bow. I would love to make the fine wood bow before I fought Eikthyr. The problem or the challenge with that is I then have to go find a troll to do that work for me. But this beehive. Now, there are three early game ways to take out this beehive. One, we could shoot it with a bow. Okay, we could shoot it with a bow. Two, you could throw a spear at it. Three, you can go up and smack it. But we're going to take damage if we do that. We're going to take damage if we do that. Here's a fourth way. Here's a ridiculously crazy fourth way of doing this. You ready? You ready for this? Watch this. All I'm going to do is dismantle every piece that this beehive is attached to. And it's going to fall to the ground, destroy, boom. We have picked up a queen bee and some honey. We can now make our own beehives. And I didn't have to spend any ammunition, right? I didn't have to get all up in his grill and take poison damage. I just simply destroyed the structure. So, some of you may have known that. Some of you not. Hopefully that was something that helps. When I learned that, I was like, oh, massive life hack. Totally cool. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to destroy everything here. But look at that. So cool. So we have core wood now. Very early for most stuff that we could use it for. But we do have a queen bee, which when we get back to our little base, we could we could make a beehive, and it would start producing honey for us. That's cool. Okay, so let's see. Ooh, raspberries. I might mark this little raspberry patch. Sometimes I mark raspberry patches or mushroom patches if they're significant. I mean, for me, I pick up every raspberry mushroom I see, but these will respawn. So let's do this. These were a lot of raspberry bushes there. We'll just put rasp. Okay. All right. So what else do we need? We have our flint. We need 4 more leather scraps. We might have enough deer hide to do it, but we've got to find some more boar. So let's head back. Oh, bird. I know it's tough to see. Apologies. I'm going to try to take this bird out. We need feathers. We need feathers for the fire arrows. Usually you get 3 feathers per successful bird kill. All right, here we go. So what? I'm gonna attack these things with the fire if I can get close enough. Yeah, he let me get close enough. So he's on fire now. See, they turn around, they see the fire, and then they run away. So I'm gonna actually just drop the fire here. I'm gonna drop the torch. Apologies if it's too difficult to see, but it's gonna work a lot easier for us here if I just do that, because then they'll be up in my grill. I gotta watch my health though. I gotta watch my health. I gotta be careful. Okay, so let's eat. All right, let's get some food going. We found another. Did we find another thing, or is this one? No, this is the one I've already marked. Oh, bird. Whoops. Bird. This might be a tough shot. It might. Oh no, I got him. I was a little worried it hit the ground. Need the feathers. That's 6 feathers, which means ooh, bird. 6 feathers. What was that? 9 feathers? I could do math sometimes. Yeah, 9 feathers. So we're almost able to make 100 fire arrows. So I think, and we're almost to the point of being able to make the whatchamacallit doohickey thingy. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Tanning rack. Yeah. So we're closing in on being able to go fight Eikthyr with the parameters we have set for ourselves, which were again crude bow level 2 and fire arrows. So I would say here, I would say that as we prepare to wrap up episode 2 here, that I would think we are on the way to Eikthyr. I mean, if we can get the leather scraps on the way back to our nice little abode, there's day 3 right there. So we've got day 3 beginning in the game. We're going to head over here to this other boar plaque, see if it'll hook us up with some boars here. I don't know if I see any boars. Sad face. I see some blink, or I see some something or other over here. Deer meat. Okay. All right. Well, we may have to finish our boar hunt at the beginning of episode 3. We may just have to finish the boar hunt at the beginning of episode 3, and then that means we're ready to go for Eikthyr. And then after Eikthyr, we've got a decision to make. Well, not really. Really, after Eikthyr, we have to. After Eikthyr, we have to go base hunting. We have to go look for the base. And the question is how much of that do you really want to see? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you want to see me running around, exploring? You know. So I don't know. Maybe depending on how long it takes, I might show some of it. I might cut some of it. I don't want to punish y'all listening to me rambling too much as I explore for base locations. We're going to cook some food here real quick, though. We'll cook some food. I mean, hey, because some people may want to, some people may be interested in where I choose or what I look for. Open water, flat if possible, near-ish to a black forest, but not so close that the black forest will constantly assault me in the evenings. So, I don't even know if we've found any black forest yet. I don't think everything we've found so far is meadows. We've been able to do a lot of stuff in this area. It's kind of been crazy. It's kind of been nice. We got a good amount of food, that's for sure. We are looking good on our foodstuffs. I think we're gonna do. Probably we'll do this necktail. Although I could, and let's see. Let's check this. Raspberry 20 stamina, honey 35 stamina. Yeah, so we're gonna use that. We'll use the honey for Eikthyr. We can also craft. So let's do this real quick. See if I have the mats to craft this beehive. So the beehive does have to be. I think I can put it here. Let's see if the bees are happy. So, yep, bees are happy. Cool. So I was able to put it right there. So we've got one beehive up there. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Okay. All right. So with that, let's go ahead and wrap up our episode 2. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, a like would be cool. A sub would be cool. But most importantly, comments would be cool. If you have any questions about anything I've done so far or anything like that, or if you'd like to see a little bit of a short micro how-to type of video, let me know in the comments. I appreciate you guys sticking it out and watching this. I know that I know sometimes it can be tough, but hey, hopefully you guys are learning something. And if you have some things to teach me, I'm all about it. So I hope you all have a wonderful time, and I'll see you in the next one.